The Age of Sigmar 4th Edition has arrived at Papa Bear Studios, and we are so happy to bring you this 2,000 point battle between these two Grand Alliance Order factions. We have Sigmar Zone, the Stormcast, versus the Forest Folk, the Sylvaneth. Now, you don't always get along with your friends, and today these two factions are going to work out all their differences here on the battlefield. AOS fans, strap in as Jerome and his Stormcast Eternals take on Papa Bear and his Sylvaneth. Hello, I'm Papa Bear, and the Age of Sigmar has arrived on the channel. And today, I have the Forest Folk, Sylvaneth. My Sylvaneth today will be in the Outcast battle formation, which means that they subtract control scores from enemy units in combat with them. And I'm hoping that'll come into play today. Starting with the Warlord, the Lady of Vines. A great piece here. She counts as an Awakened Wildwood. She gives units around her a 5-up ward and can give a -1 to hit for units that are attacking her. Great utility piece, and we'll see how she does. And she's also going to be backed by the Dryads, who'll just serve as chaff and annoying to my opponent, hopefully. Next, I have the Arch Revenant, who'll have the Warsinger Heroic trait, which gives a +2 to move. Now, the Revenant couples well with Kurnothi units, which gives them a -1 to wounds. So today I've brought Kurnoth Hunters with size. Hopefully that'll be a good melee piece and can do some damage for me. I brought the Tree Lord as my auxiliary unit, who's just going to be a beat stick, big target. I attached them with Seed of Rebirth, meaning they can come back from death and hopefully stick around for a while. Now I've brought the Gossamer Archers for a little range and maybe some move blocking because they are so very fast. I also brought Revenant Seekers. This unit's fast, they're surprisingly tanky with a decent amount of health, and they heal each turn, which will be pretty big. Finally, Belthanos, the first Sword of Kurnoth. This guy is a monster, very tanky, can give units run and charge in the same turn, dishes out mortal wounds, hits hard in combat, and I'm excited to see what all the hype is about this guy. And that is 1990 points of Forest Wrath, and let's see what the Stormcast Eternals have brought against the Forest Folk.
Hi, so I'm Jerome. I've been a Stormcast player since 1st edition, and in my match with Papa Bear today, what I brought is essentially a 3-prong attack. I have my warrior, Bastion Carthalos, who has a lot of tricks like helping other Stormcast infantry move up the field, and he also has an enormous hammer that he's going to use to chop down the trees that are facing him today. I have a wizard, Prondus the Dragon, who is a very powerful wizard, has very powerful melee, and can cast 2 spells a turn. And the third part of my attack is Ionis Cryptborn with his Dragon Cathorak, who can soul scour the enemy and continue to deal damage over the course of the game, even after he's dead. And then backing up these 3 heroes, I have Witch Hunters, Callus and Toll, a regiment of renown who are hard hitters and good at dispelling enemy manifestations. And then finally, I have infantry that are meant to hold objectives, tie down the enemy, and shield my heroes from the nasty trees that are going to be fighting them today. Today, I'm using 1,950 points because I don't need those extra 50.
Real quick, everyone, I just want to take this brief time to talk about our sponsor for today's video, DragonFall. It's the all-charity 3-day gaming convention taking place in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, October 4th, 5th, and 6th. Here you can enjoy all your favorite war games, painting competition, and cosplay, all for a good cause. The link will be in the description. Thank you so much, DragonFall, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the action. The mission we're doing today is Border War, where each player scores victory points at the end of each of their turns as follows. Score 1 victory point if you control the objective wholly within friendly territory. Score 2 VP for each objective on the border of friendly territory. Score 5 EP if you control the objective wholly within enemy territory. And score 4 VP if you completed the battle tactic you chose to attempt this turn. Now, on to the terrain. All right, everyone, here is our battlefield. The terrain we have, we're just going to play the terrain as giving cover. So if your model's obscured anyway, you will get the benefit of cover on our terrain. So, Jerome, ready?
Absolutely.
We're going to roll to see who is going to go first. And let's see. I rolled a 2. And
I lost to a 2.
okay, so I'll pick a side, and then the Sylvaneth will deploy first, and we will be back after deployment. All right, so we are back after our hero and movement phases, and lots of things have happened, as you can see. But first, my battle tactic for this round is take the flanks. So I complete this tactic at the end of my turn if I have at least one friendly unit within 6 inches of the short battlefield edge. So my Seekers and the poor Arch Revenant were my sacrificial lambs to tank the flanks because they are right at the Stormcast here. Also, I did bring in some trees. So this is my Awakened Wildwood here. I cast an additional Awakened Wildwood here, and Belthanos can elect a terrain feature to be an Awakened Wildwood, and that is this feature here. Everything essentially has moved up, as you can see, and we will be fighting with Stormcast forces in short order. So I cast the Glade Worm here. He is a wizard hunter, so he will be targeting the Stormcast wizard, but we'll see if that matters whatsoever. And then, Jerome, tell us about what you did.
Yeah, so I used a command point to use a spell during your hero phase and summoned the Celestial Vortex close to the objective to try to keep you off it during this first turn.
All right, so now we are going to go into some charging and see if, well, at least over here, see if the Arch Revenant can stay alive. We'll see. Oh, shooting phase. All right, so the only shooting that we have right now is the Lady of Vines is going to shoot at, what is this guy?
Celestian Vortex.
The Celestian Vortex. It is one attack. Now I'll be hitting at a penalty because I am within range of the Celestial Vortex. So I will be hitting on a 3 instead of a 2. And that's a hit. And 2 to wound. And that is a miss. So nothing doing on the Celestial Vortex. And we are going to head right into some charging, as I am not in range for any more shooting. So we are going to charge, well, probably going to try to charge everything and kind of see where we get. So we'll be right back after charging is done. All right, we are back after our charge phase. So unfortunately, the Lady of Vines failed her charge, so she is on an island by herself with her poor dryads. They did make their charge, so they will be in the thick of things here. Belthanos made his charge into the Celestial Vortex. I'll get it right by the end of this game. And Carthalos made their charge into the Stormcast here, but then Jerome countercharged, and now he will be into the Carthalos or the Dryads. We'll see what he wants to do there. Everything else was not in range and or failed, but I am going to start with the Carthalos hunters with sides, and they are going to attack. What's this guy's
Bastion Carthalos.
Bastion Carthalos. Look how well painted this is, just by the way. Look at that. Very lovely. So, Bastion versus the Carthalos sides. So, 2 guys are in range. 3 attacks each. So, 6 attacks. Also, before we even do that, so Kurnoth have a Tangle Thorn Thicket ability. So, an enemy unit that charged this turn and is in combat with this unit. Roll a dice for each model in the unit for a 3-up, inflict 1 mortal damage on the target. So, Carthalos,
Carthalos. Bastion Carthalos.
Oh, let me put you. Okay, all right, say that again.
Bastion Carthalos.
Bastion Carthalos made the charge on a 3-up. He takes a mortal wound. And that is 3. So that is a mortal wound to Mr. Bastion. And now, 3 attacks.
He has a 5-up ward. So I'm going to see if I deflect that attack.
Oh, okay.
And I do.
Deflect it. So, no mortal wound for Bastion Carthalos. I don't know why this got me tongue twisted. Let's see. All right. So now we have 6 attacks against Bastion, hitting on 3s. Let's see. All right, and now because they're within 12 of the Arch Revenant, they have a +1 to their wound roll, so they're wounding on 2, and they have a +1 to rend. So wounding on 2, all but 1. So that is 5 at -2 to rend.
Okay, so that would put him at a 5-up save. I'm going to spend my last CP for all-out defense and bring that to a 4-up save.
4-ups.
All but 1.
All but 1, so just 3 damage.
And he has a 5-up ward.
5-up ward, yeah.
So 3 damage. We're going to roll for each of those damage points. And he saved 2 of them for a total of 1 damage.
1 damage. 2 15-foot tall trees puts 1 damage on Stormcast.
What you get when you fight the Lord Commander.
Oh, not great. Not a great start. Next, we have... next.
Well, now it's his turn to hit you back.
Yes, yes. So we're going to see what Bastion does to the trees here.
So Bastion has 4 attacks with Uskavar the Sunderer. These are 3-ups to hit. However, any Stormcast Eternal within 12 inches of Bastion can use all-out attack for free, which means he is hitting on a 2-up.
2-up.
All but 1. Wounding on a 2-up. All right, both of them. So these are 2 rend.
All right, so that puts me at a 6-up save.
Good luck.
Do I get at least 1 6? Not a single 6.
Right. That is 12 total damage.
12 total. So, my 2 Kurnoth hunters fall. My last one is on 3 wounds. That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
Because they're 5 each?
Yep.
Okay. All right, see, so that's what happens when you don't do any damage to a Stormcast. They just blow you up. Now, next we are going to do Belthanos against the Celestial Vortex. Well, he's got 5 attacks with his glaive and then 4 attacks with his companion. And he made the charge, so he'll get a +1 to his damage. But first, hitting on 3. Wounding on 3. And all wound and 2 rend.
2 rend puts me at over a 6-up save, so I cannot make a save on these attacks.
All right, so 6 damage total.
That means my Vortex has 1 remaining health.
1 left. Let's see if we can take it out with the companion. 4 attacks. This is hitting on 4s here. Well, they all hit. And this is wounding on 2. And they drop 1, so 3 wound.
Any rend?
-2 rend.
Alright, it cannot save, and that banishes the spell.
Belthanos coming through so far. And is there any more Stormcast attacks here?
Nope, that puts... So I'm done with my attacks.
Okay.
You have your dryads.
Oh yeah, so the dryads can go into dryads are gonna pile in and go into Bastion, and we'll be back after the pile in. All right, we are back. Yeah, we are back with the pile in on Bastion. I have 8 dryads in for 16 attacks, and they are hitting on 4s. Yeah, not the greatest. They are also wounding on 4s. And so 3. So 3, no rend, nothing like that.
All right, so here comes my save on a 3-up. And he looks at them and says, "Really?"
Yeah, it's yeah. Dryads tickle the Stormcast. Yeah, what we got going on here?
So since your dryads moved up during their attack, I am now within combat range. And I'm going to move 3 inches, pile into combat.
Yep.
I have 5 Stormcast within a 3-inch combat range of your dryads.
All right, sounds good. So the dryads are about to pay for the sins of attacking Stormcast here.
All right, so this is going to be 10 attacks. I get a free all-out attack, so we're going to hit on 2-ups.
All right.
So 3 up to wound. All but 1.
Oh, not
So
good.
that is
Not
8
good for dryads.
total attacks with a 2 rend.
2 rend, so I don't get any save with the 2 rend.
So that means 8 damage goes through.
8 damage, 8 dead dryads. Okay. So that'll be everybody except the 2 in the back here.
The 2 that were wise enough not to attack.
Yes, exactly. The 2 smart ones. They were waiting for the Lady of Vines to get here. And that is the charge phase. Okay, we thought we were done, but we totally forgot about this fight here between the Glade Worm and the... What's the name of your dragon?
Krondis.
Krondis.
Son of Dracothian.
Son of Dracokian.
Kothian.
Dracothian. Jesus. Okay. Glade Worm versus
Krondis.
Krondis.
Son of Dracothian.
Well said. They are going to fight. And so, okay. Glade Worm 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. Only 1 hit, but he is wounding on 2. And that missed. So...
Do I get to punch him back now?
So, yes, the dragon gets to fight. I'm just going to call him the dragon.
Krondis.
Krondis the dragon. Okay, into the Glade Worm, who is now in trouble.
All right, first attack is going to be his Apex Maw, which is 4 attacks,
Sounds
3s and
nasty.
2s. All right, all but 1. Wounding on a 2. That's all 3. Ren 2.
Rent. That does give me a 6-up save. 1/6, please. Okay.
That
not
is
single
12
one.
damage.
So the Glade Worm falls. Or
Shatters into a million sparkles of dust.
Glade Worm down. Now, that is officially the end of my turn. I will score 4 points because the Revenant survived this turn, and currently I am controlling 3 objectives for the score. And we will be back with Stormcast turn 1. Okay, we are back with Stormcast turn 1. So, Jerome, tell us what you did.
Absolutely. So first thing, I used Atavistic Tempest from Krondis, a spell on an 8-up to give a -1 to save rolls for your hero here, riding the wonderfully painted beetle. I also summoned my Everblaze Comet, which wiped out the last Kurnathi Hunter and dealt 2 mortal wounds to your hero. I
Yep.
then moved up to take better control of the objective. Krondis advanced down center field. The battle tactic that I'm using for my first turn is seize the center. So he has to be more than within 3 inches of the center of the battlefield without being in combat. I then use my last CP for the first battle round to use at the double to advance the Witch Hunters closer to the objective, hopefully controlling it at the end of my turn. And then the last thing is Ionis Cryptborn and his Praetor guards have hit the battlefield, hopefully getting a charge off into Papa Bear's Tree Lord.
All right. So, Sylvaneth seemed to be in a bit of trouble here. All Stormcasts have moved up. Belthanos is on an island by himself. I got 2 Dryads there who are not long for this world. And then, of course, Krondis. Got that right. Krondis is overseeing the entire battlefield. And I also have these guys in my back line. So we are going to... any shooting?
Yes, I've got a handful of shooting attacks at different places across the field, so figured we could run through that and then my charge phase.
All right, so we will be back after the shooting, and we will go right into the charging. Happening. All right, we are back from the charging charge phase. So, Jerome, what happened?
All right, so we charged Bastion Carthalos in first, holding the edge of the objective. I got a 12-inch charge on these Vindicators, who just stampeded those remaining 2 Dryads. We're going to pretend the combat phase went very well for them. We failed the charge on the Knight Vexilor, so he's hanging out in the back, making googly eyes at the Arch Revenant over there.
Yep.
No charge on Krondis, because I want to keep my battle tactic of seizing the center, so he can't be in combat. And then we made a very successful charge of 4 inches with Callus Centol and his companions here on the center.
Okay, and were we charging these guys?
Oh, yeah, we should charge them, shouldn't we? Thank you for reminding me. All right, so we'll charge...
You need a 9, because I think you went at least 9.
And Ionis is an inch back, so he needs a 10. So let's see if he pulls that off.
That's a 9.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
He made it.
Oh, unfortunate.
Right there.
Unfortunate for the Tree Lord.
And then we need a 9 on the Praetors.
9 for these guys here.
And they made it.
And they make it. Wow.
So we'll just pull them off to the side.
Yep.
Stringing them along like this.
So all the charges that needed to happen actually happened. And we'll see if the Sylvaneth can hold on here. Belthanos is in trouble. Tree Lord is also in trouble. All my tree folk are in trouble. So where are we starting to fight first?
I think I will use Bastion into what's his name? Belthanos?
I say Belthanos.
Belthanos
could be Belthanos.
So Carthalos versus Belthanos.
That's a mouthful. Okay, we'll do that first.
So Bastion's gonna make 4 attacks. He's gonna get all-out attack for free as one of his abilities. So he is hitting on a 2-up here with Huskavar the Sunderer. And we got all of those attacks off. Crits are auto wounds, so 2 of these automatically wound. We'll roll for 2-up on the last 2. Both critical wounds, which means we have 2 rend against your save. He's also got minus one, so that's a total of 3 rend altogether.
All right, so I need 2 6s here. I got a 1 6.
And then you got to roll 2 more times.
Oh.
All 4 attacks.
Okay. All right, so 2 more. All right, so I do take 3.
All right, and they are 4 damage apiece for a total of 12.
So Belthanos will fall here. I don't think there's anything I can do. No. To one guy.
One very powerful guy.
Falls to what? How many points is he?
Let me give you he's a lot.
Carthalos.
He is 270 points.
All right, so Belthanos is 330. So, I mean, I feel like, and frankly, Belthanos is a much cooler model. I mean, if we being real.
The other one looks like you. I don't I don't know if that's
All right. He falls. He did get to attack once, so I can't be too mad about that. Okay, next up. Oh, next is my turn.
Yep, you get to pick.
So I'm gonna go the Tree Lord into. I can put him in focus here. Let's turn him around. The Tree Lord is gonna fight. What's this guy's name?
Ionis Cryptborn.
Whoa.
Ionis.
Ionis Cryptborn. These names. Okay. Tree Lord into Ionis Cryptborn. Tree Lord into
Ionis.
Ionis. I'm gonna get these right at some point, people. All right, Tree Lord. First, he is gonna do his Strangle Roots. It's 3 attacks. He can shoot in combat, which is why I am allowed to do this. Hitting on 3. Okay. And wounding on 2. All right, and 1 rend.
All right, so that'll bring him to a 4-up save. Saved one of them. How much damage?
2 damage.
All right, so I'm going to get a 5-up ward on both of these damage points because he's within 3 inches of his guardians. All right, they both go through.
Sweeping blows. He's hitting on 4 here. The wounding is on 2.
So these saves are on a 5-up. Both go through. So how much total damage?
2 damage. Well, 4 total. Yeah.
So I get a 5-up ward save on those 4 damage points. 1 of which I save. So 3 damage goes through.
Last attack is Massive Impaling Talons. 2 attacks hitting on 4s. Crits or mortals. They both miss anyway, so never mind. So now, Lash and Tangle on a 3.
There we go.
All right. Okay, so not bad from the Tree Lord. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, Jerome, what do we want to do next?
Ionis is going to fire back. So he's going to make a, well, let's just say they're already within base-to-base contact.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
yeah.
So Ionis is going to get, he has 2 weapons. The first is his Soulbreaker Mace, and then Cathorak, his dragon's Ancient Claws. So I'm going to use that Soulbreaker Mace first.
That is a cool name.
Which is
Soulbreaker Mace. I like that.
That's how the Sylvaneth are feeling this match. So hitting on a 3-up. They all go through.
Yep.
No fancy crit shenanigans. They all wound on a 3-up. They all go through. Look how many 6s.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, this is Rend 1.
Okay, I need 4s. And only 1 goes through.
So 2 damage from that one.
2 damage. All right. So Tree Lord's got 12 left. All right. So far, so good. I don't have anything. So. Oh yeah. The archers.
These, and then those. If they want to pile in. You don't want to pile into the dragon?
No.
And the guy who holds Soulbreaker?
I don't want any soul breaking. I will pile into these guys here.
Sounds good.
So we'll just.
Yeah, they're all within combat range.
Yeah.
So I feel like butterflies are going to hit really hard.
I need somebody to do something. The archers are going to go into these guys here. Now it's only 4 attacks hitting on 3s, and I missed 3. Wounding on 4. That is a wound, no rend.
All right, so I got a 4-up save. You said no rend?
No rend. And safe. All right.
I think, because it's the only... Well, I got 2 options.
Yeah.
How about we have the Honor Guard Raiders pile in 3 inches.
It makes sense.
This one in the back does not look like he's in combat range, so I'm going to only have 2 of them attacking, so that'll be 6 total attacks.
Okay.
Hitting on a 3-up.
We dropped a few.
Wounding on a 3-up. All right, that's 1 goes through. Ren 1.
Ren 1, I need a 4.
All right, 2 damage.
2 damage. All right. Tree Lord's down to 10.
Poked you in your kneecap.
Yes.
All right, and then you have. Are you gonna?
No, they're
pile
gonna
in?
stay.
They're gonna stay
Yeah.
there. All right.
So I am done.
So Callus and Toll are going to pile in first.
Yep.
They're going to use their Azurite blades. That's going to be 8 attacks at a 3 up.
Azurite blades.
And then wounding on a 4 up.
Okay, I need some misses here. It is not to be.
You got 4 6s. That's the best I can do. All right, so that is Ren 1.
Was that 5? 5 went through?
Yeah, 5 went through. Ren 1.
Okay, so 6 up saves. A
got 2
couple
of
6s.
2 damage apiece.
All right, so 3 die.
I'm going to say those 3 are within range.
Yep.
So they attack with an exotic assortment of weapons. 4 attacks apiece, so we're going to say 12 attacks.
12. Yeah, he's done. He's done.
What if he survives?
Ain't no way.
Do you know how cinematic that would be?
We can try. We can
3
try.
ups. I missed 1. Okay, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Wounding on a 4 up.
I need a lot of
Good old
misses
miss.
here.
Got plenty. Look at that. All right, you just have to make 7 saves.
Any rend?
Yeah, Ren 1.
7 6s, no problem.
Believe.
6 6s.
You got 1 of them.
Got 1. His poor wings are chopped off.
I'd
He's
like to
maimed.
imagine the Stormcast did rip both of his wings off his body.
Poor wings. He's maimed. Oh, my archers. Okay, so no more archers on that objective. And I believe everything up to this point has fought that could. And all right, so as far as points go,
2 for holding that objective.
Yep.
I think I've got this objective. So 2 for that
Yep.
one. 1 for the one in the back.
Yep.
And then I have seized the center.
seize the
for
center.
4 additional points, bringing me to a 9.
9.
Which is tied with you.
So we are all tied at the end of turn 1. Now for the pivotal roll to see if I do get to respond right away. A 2.
A 4.
So Stormcast will go again. Well, if you choose to, right?
I'm gonna say you can take the turn.
I know, like if you choose to go again, I get a bonus or something like that.
So we're tied. So neither of us is the underdog.
Oh, okay, okay.
And because I went, because I took the most recent turn, if I rolled a 2, you would have won the tie to try to prevent the double.
Oh, okay, okay, alrighty. All right, so it will be indeed Sylvaneth turn 2, and we'll see what I can do here, if anything. Sylvaneth turn 2. So I tried a couple spells with the Lady of Vines, my only wizard. They did not go off, so the spells are a bust. I wasn't able to bring in any trees because of that, which is disappointing. And my battle tactic for this turn is take their land. Specifically, I have to pick a terrain feature wholly or partially within enemy territory. And I complete the battle tactic if you control the terrain feature at the end of your turn. So I specifically moved the Arch Revenant to this terrain feature here in my enemy's backfield so I can take their land. So I should be able to get that no problem. I moved the Gossamer Archers to try to get some options for shots either here or against the dragon, whose name I am struggling with today. Crondis. Okay. Lady of Vines is here. The hunters, they walk the hidden paths, and now they are here to try to help my tree lord, who will not survive another round if he's by himself. I did move the Seekers to see what we can do about this problem here. And that's pretty much everything that I can do, at least at the moment. So it's really going to come down to what my dice say. We're going to go into the shooting phase. I do have some shooting options. I have all my archers who are going to shoot these guys here. And then, of course, my Tree Lord has his Strangle Roots, who he's going to put into this dragon here, whose name I also struggle with today. I don't know why I'm just struggling with these names. All right, so first we are going to do the archers into the Vindicators. Okay, into the Vindicators. All right.
Are
3 total damage.
3 total damage. 1 man dies.
Okay. Now I've got the Tree Lord, who is going to shoot his Strangle Root into
Ionis Cryptborn.
Ionis Cryptthorn. Okay. All right, Strangle Roots is 3 attacks, hitting on 3. Wounding on 2.
Ooh.
And that misses. Okay.
Ow.
So shooting is a bust for the Sylvaneth, but now we go into the most important phase, the charge phase. And we'll be back after all the charging is done.
Did he shoot?
Yeah, that was a Strangle Root, yeah. Which he totally whiffed on. And we'll be back after the charge phase. Alright, we're back with our charge phase. So the Revenants charged into these guys here. And my Kurnoth warriors made the charge into Cryptthorn here. Lady of Vines failed 2 charges. She failed 1, spent CP, she failed it again. So she'll have to stay. Archers aren't going anywhere. Revenant not going anywhere. And then the dragon, Jerome countercharged, but he failed the charge as well. And then he spent the CP and failed the charge again. So he has no CP right now. So we are going to jump right into combat. We're going to do the Seekers first into this unit here. Did that take any out?
Yeah, let me, because I'm confused who I thought was getting attacked.
Oh, okay.
So let me double check how many wounds they have apiece. All right, Toll's companions have 3 health apiece. So that was a total of 4 damage. So we're gonna say she died or retreated, and 1 damage is on.
Okay.
Okay.
And now, Jerome, who are we hitting with?
Ionis is gonna swing into the Kurnothi Hunters. So
Oh,
that
good.
is 3 damage apiece for
Oh
4
my
attacks,
God.
12 total damage.
Oh, goodness. This is... Okay, so this is this whole squad.
Yeah, you should have, because that's 15.
But you took off 4 from the 1 attack.
Yeah,
So I have 11 left.
12 plus 4. Yeah. He ate the giant trees.
He ate the trees. Oh, boy. How many points is this guy?
So Ionis is pretty point heavy also. He's 420.
Oh, okay. That checks out. Okay, well. Yeah. I'm going to attack with Tree Lord.
Makes sense.
And he is going to smack Ionis.
Gonna try.
He's going to try his vengeance for Kurnoth here, for the Kurnoth Hunters.
Can I just share real quick?
Yeah.
You have killed 2 of my models, so you're wearing me down.
Yeah, laugh now. Don't worry. I'm on the comeback trail.
Save 2 of them, so 2 damage goes through.
All right, so he's down to 9.
9.
So, and you've got... yep.
This group and that group.
Yes, sir.
So I think I'll hit your Tree Lord first. That sounds more fun. So a little pile in here. Praetors, all 3 are in range, so this is going to be 9 total attacks with my GW dice.
So a very
they should roll
expensive
well.
attack.
Yes. This attack will cost me 50 seconds.
Oh yeah,
$50 for every second I roll.
Exactly.
All right, so hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. All right, 3 of them go through.
Okay.
Rend 1.
Rend 1. Tree Lord needs 4 to save. And 1 goes through.
So 2 damage.
All right.
He's down to 5 health.
He will survive. All right, so all the fighting is done. I will take their land here. I am not controlling any objective except for my own.
That is 5.
Yeah, because it's just 4 control total here. You just got that in bodies. All right, so 5 points.
5 total points. Yep.
All right, 5 points for Sylvaneth turn 2. Oh, and we will be back for Stormcast turn 2. All right, we are at Stormcast turn 2. And Jerome, what do we got here?
So first things I did is Ionis Cryptborn used his 2 chanting rolls. The first one was a low roll, so he banked those points, and then he used Healing Storm on his second roll, healing a couple of wounds that he had taken. Krondus had used the Everblaze Comet and did some mortal wounds to the Gossamer Archers and the Lady of Vines, but none of that damage went through, and so instead it'll do -1 to any casting rolls that take place on your next turn. Then during my movement phase, Bastion Carthalos made movement towards the Lady of Vines, whereas this group of Vindictors and the Knight Vexilor are chasing the Archrevenant to make sure she doesn't get my backline point. Then we took our shooting phases. You used a command point to fire your Gossamet Archers into Bastion Carthalos. He took a whole 1 damage.
Just 1.
From, how many attacks was that?
10.
10, yes. And then I did my shooting attacks. Ionis had soul burned 2 mortal wounds off the Tree Lord Ancient, but then both Krondus and Bastion whiffed their very powerful shooting attacks. So not much changed in my shooting phase.
All right, and now we are going to go into whatever charges that we have. A lot of us are in combat here already, but we do have some very important charges to go through. And what are we going to do?
So my first charge, I'm going to Callus and Toll look like they're outside of combat range here. So we got 4 inches, so they are actually going to come in around and make sure this last fella is taken care of. Ionis and the Praetors are in combat. Krondus has a 3-inch charge to make, so unless I get Snake Eyes here, I got a 4.
Yep. He's
so
in.
He's officially in combat with the Lady of Vines. Bastion is going to support him, taking up the rear in a pincer attack. He has a total of 9 inches, which
so he's in.
He will have fun with these butterfly men. The Knight Vexilor is going to make a charge. Only 5 inches, which I don't think makes it.
It'd be close. Nope. Missed.
The Vindictors
will
make their attempt. 5. That will not make it.
Archrevenant lives.
So that is my charge phase.
Okay. And who are we going to fight first?
Let's say, first thing I'd like to declare is that it is Krondus's finest hour. I can do that only once the entire game.
Okay.
And as a result of that, he is going to get +1 to his wound rolls and +1 to his save rolls.
Wow. Is that just for heroes or characters?
Any friendly Stormcast Eternal unit that hasn't used it. So, but I can only do it once this whole game.
All right. Krondus, finest hour. It's okay. Lady Vines, we got this. We got this.
Krondus has 2 attacks. His first is his Apex Maw. So 4 attacks coming out. 3s and 2s, 2 rend, but he has +1 to wound. So we're wounding on a 2-up. Missed that one. So 1 goes through, rend 2.
Lady saving on 5s.
You made it.
And makes it.
Beautiful. So now he's going to use his Talons That
Okay.
is 6 attacks, 3s and 2s, and 2s. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. All right, Krondus did not have his finest hour.
That was not okay. They just totally whiffed.
Dragons are actually like cats. He's playing with his food.
Yeah. Now, Lady of Vines is going to come back at Krondus.
That's right.
And first thing she's going to do is a writhing vine. So on the 2-up, I'm going to make Krondus. No, on the 2-up, I'm going to ensnare, giving me a +1 to my hit. So that goes off. So now I'm +1 to hit. Now, I am going to attack with my Carthalos Wrath and Lashing Vine. That is 6 attacks, hitting on 2s because I just did my writhing vines. 2s. This is wounding on 3s. And dropped another one there. And it's Rend 2.
Rend 2 gives me a 5-up save. 2 go through.
2 damage, so 4 total. 2 damage each, 4 total, yeah. Okay, so who's fighting next?
We'll say Ionis will go after the Tree Lord over there.
Yes, Tree Lord's got 3 left, so not long for this world. So Tree Lord falls, but he does have the Seed of Regrowth. So we'll come back and once we figure out how that works. Okay, so for Seed of Regrowth, we had to roll I had to roll a 3-up. If I rolled a 3-up, he survives on 1 wound. I rolled a 1, so the Tree Lord has fallen. Seed of Rebirth was a fail, and now we have Carthalos.
That's right.
Okay, I see. I knew by the end of the game I would get it right. Carthalos is going to go into the Gossamer Archers. And they'll probably wipe the squad, but let's see what the dice say.
Sure.
All right, so yeah, as predicted, the Butterfly Men fall. One day the Archers will be great.
But today is not that day.
Today is not that day. Okay. All right, and we have this last attack.
That's right.
That'll do it. That will take out my last Seeker there. Okay. And I believe that is all the things left. Okay, so what was your battle tactic?
My battle tactic was to kill one of your enemy heroes. The Tree Lord Ancient died this turn, so I achieved that for 4 victory points. I hold my home objective. I hold both of the sides. And then we are contested on number 4 there.
Yes.
What is the control score of the Lady of Vines?
So, my lady has... She has 5.
All right, Krondus has 5, which means I do not take it, for a total of 9 VP.
Okay, so score of 9, and...
We should explain, I did not actually seize the center in my first turn because you need 2 units to seize the center.
Yes.
So I've subtracted 4 from my round 1 score.
Yes, that was... we looked it up, and to achieve that score, you needed 2 units. He only had 1, so that's why the score is the way it is currently.
It means you're up by 1 point.
I am leading by 1, but I am out of assets. Essentially, I have the Lady of Vines here, and I have the Arch Revenant there, up by 1. So with virtually no assets, it is not looking good for the Sylvaneth, but we will come back. Well, actually, let's find out if there will be a double turn.
I will be taking it this time.
Oh, for sure.
Roll.
A 1.
You lost to a 2.
All right, so with the double turn, safe to say that I will not be surviving any more combat things. So with that, I will concede. And Jerome and the Stormcast are the victors. If I can put him in focus here. Yes.
I'm naturally blurry.
All right, yes, Stormcast Eternal are the victors. Just at the end of the day, I'm just overwhelmed with firepower here. My archers really didn't do much of anything. really. And this unit here just, I mean, they were able to do whatever they wanted. They just marched up the board, and Carthalos is a machine, and so is the dragon, and so is this guy with his 3 damage, 4 whatever it is. So yeah, just all around total victory by the Stormcast. Thank you for the game.
Absolutely, thank you.
Still blurry again. See, he just lives blurry. There he is. They're in focus. All right, thanks everyone, and we will see you next time. And there will be more Age of Sigmar to come.